Welcome to Accordiona. I would like to take a minute to show you what's special about Accordiona and why you might like to come here for a vacation. Hello, my name is Shtan, and I will be your guide. The Accodiona Board of Tourism has asked me to make a film to help promote our island as a tourist destination because I run the island's arcade, and I am very good with technical things like movie cameras and editing. Before we start, I feel I should point out that I am a bear. I hope this won't cause you any problems, as I am a civilized bear and not a wild bear, and am thus very safe to be around. Accordiona is home to many different animals who are also civilized and safe to be around, and are very friendly people. If you need a minute to adjust to the idea of a talking bear, then please feel free to pause this video until you are comfortable with this concept. I won't be offended and will wait for you. Good. Welcome back to Accordiona. Let me now show you some of the features of our special little island resort. Many people who visit our island like to rough it at the campgrounds on Hyacinth Point. Hyacinth Point is famous, of course, for its beautiful flowers, from which the point gets its name. Many early settlers to the island enjoyed the flowers growing wildly there, and we hope that you do too. If roughing it isn't your style, you can stay at our lovely beachside suite, which is tastefully decorated, but still has a nice casual resort feel. There are many things to do on the island, such as fishing and bug collecting, both of which are very popular hobbies enjoyed by the many residents of the island, and I expect you will find them enjoyable as well. Accordiona also has a thriving commercial district conveniently located right on the beach strip, where you can purchase souvenirs to commemorate your visit here. I particularly enjoy the many different clothes that are offered at the tailor's shop. Although I feel I should point out that as a bear, I do not wear clothes, but I still like to look at them. If modern shopping convenience is not really your thing, then you can visit the Accordiona Flea Market, located just north of Orangeville. We have many affordable items there that will make your stay more enjoyable. While at the flea market, feel free to visit our local celebrity, Winston the Wise. He lives next to Small Lake. Many locals like to talk to Winston about their lives, as Winston will listen, but he will not judge you. Near Small Lake lives my friend Gaston. His wife left him, so, we have a lot in common because, my wife left me, as she did not want to be married to a bear. And as I previously mentioned, I am a bear. Being a bear is fine, but I suppose I can understand why some people might think it's strange to be married to one. Also near Small Lake is Lookout Point. From here, you can get a good view of the seaside community of Seaside, which is where I and many of the other islanders live. The seaside community of Seaside was attacked long ago by a giant monster named Jimmy Zilla. It is a common misconception that his name is Godzilla, but Godzilla is a licensed trademark. Although I have been told in Japan he is called Gojira. I have never been to Japan myself, although my daughter, Judy, has been. and she has told me a lot about Japan. She likes Japanese cartoons, which she tells me are called anime. I tried watching one, but it just confused me. I don't think the Japanese have bears in mind as their primary audience. In any case, you do not have to worry about Jimmyzilla, as we feed him a diet of fish caught here on the island in order to halt his rampage. When you get to know him, you'll find out he's actually a pretty swell guy. Also, from Lookout Point, you get a good view of the Grand Falls. I realize that this video doesn't really show them that well, but I had already set up the camera. I am sorry about that. Next to Lookout Point is Sutton's Pond, which is a very popular picnic destination. There are many small stands around the area where you can buy trinkets and food items. Past Sutton's Pond is Spoop's Orchard. Spoop's Orchard was planted very long ago by one of the early settlers to the island, Mr. Joseph Spoop, who mysteriously disappeared in his orchard, which bears his name. Some people say the orchard is haunted. It has certainly become overgrown, but the fruit is still good, and many people stop by for a quick and nutritious snack. I myself do not go into Spoop's Orchard because, as I mentioned previously, I am a civilized bear and not a wild one. So I get my fruits at the grocer's. So I cannot verify if the orchard is haunted, but I have heard many stories from the locals. Maybe you can explore the orchard and find out yourself. The Accodiona Board of Tourism would like me to point out that they are not responsible for any injuries you might suffer while exploring Spoop's Orchard. If nature is not really your thing, then you can come to Shtan's Arcade, which, as I mentioned before, is run by me, Shtan. I don't have all the latest games and amusements, but I have a pretty good collection to while away an afternoon. If you get tired of video games, you can always enjoy a nice game of chess. I have set up a board in my workshop. I like to play chess. I don't always win, but it's still a fun game to play. As well, I have a Japanese game called Go that my daughter Judy brought back with her from Japan as a present for me. I am not very good at playing it, but it is also a very fun game too. My daughter Judy feels it's very important that you know she is not a bear like I am. She is a human, as she finds bears to be very embarrassing. And that's okay. The world would not be as interesting a place if everyone was a bear like me. So I am glad that she is a human. After a video game, you can unwind at the Strand Theatre. The Strand has daily late-night showings of the 2005 Michael Keaton classic, White Noise. This movie can be kind of scary, so I would not bring children to it. Not a big fan of scary movies myself. I think sometimes life can be very scary all on its own. After your movie, why not enjoy a refreshing snack at Gremlin's Cafe down on the beach strip? The pie is always fresh and the coffee is always hot. And you never know what local celebrity might drop by for a cuppa and a chat. Our beaches are our pride here in Accordiona. Our southern beach strip is very popular, but we also have quieter beaches where you can enjoy the natural beauty our island has to offer. For the adults, there is a clothing-optional beach at the north end of the island, where you can dress however you want, or not at all. As a bear, I enjoy this, as I do not wear clothes on account of having a lot of fur. My daughter Judy, she often wishes I would wear clothes, but I have to remind her that I am a bear, and thus do not require them on account of the aforementioned fur. If being naked isn't your thing, then you can always come down to the Tasty Freeze for a cool, refreshing drink. From nearby, you can get a pretty good view of Ghastly Manor. That is where the local Mado Corps representative lives. The Mado Corps is responsible for maintaining the island and making improvements. I like improvements. Things are usually better when they improve. Enjoy the rich nightlife Accordiona has to offer at the Blue Evil Tavern, located conveniently beside the Black Creek Canal near Orangeville. If you run into Winston, you've gone too far. It's a nice place run by my friend, the Commodore. He has won many awards and will be only too happy to tell you about how he got them. One of his awards is for bar and/or tavern management. He lives near me in Seaside in the old lighthouse. He is so dedicated to his craft, he even built a bar in his basement rec room. Can you imagine that? A bar in a rec room? That's just the kind of zaniness that Accordiona is known for, which I think makes it a pretty swell place to visit. Well, thank you for watching my film. I hope you and the Accodiona Board of Tourism are both very happy with it. I hope it wasn't too long, and I hope I'll see you someday soon here on Accordiona. But if you vacation somewhere else, well, that's okay too. What's important is that you have fun. Goodbye.